Hello and welcome back to Read This Next with Laura and Nicole from the Thunder Bay Public Library. Today we are doing a very fun topic because it combines two of our favorite things, working with teenagers and LGBTQ books.
Yay! So, background here. We have a youth action council that is a volunteer opportunity for young people who are interested in having an impact on the library services and collections and programs for teens. If you're interested, go to our website, find out more, basically. But specifically, one of the things that this group has done is do some shopping for the collection. So this year in May, yes?
Yep.
May, we went to Chapters with a group of the members of this action council, and they filled up the cart, and then we bought a bunch of books.
We checked them out. So many
books. We were there with this giant cart. We tricked several Chapters patrons into thinking that we worked there.
Yep.
And we gave them good advice because that's
great
what we
recommendations. We said, you know what, we have really a podcast. We know our stuff.
And yeah, we picked up stuff that like these teens, that our teens were interested in that like we hadn't already got for the collection, or like some of them were newer, but also some of them were maybe like a couple years older that we'd missed. And when we looked at our giant list later, we noticed there was one particular theme that jumped out.
LGBTQ plus.
Yeah. So we wanted to kind of use this episode to promote that we do this, so that if you're a young person who thinks that sounds like super fun, like shopping for the library with library money, and then please do get involved with the Youth Action Council. It'll be starting up again in the fall. And then we wanted to promote some of that collection, specifically some of the stuff that we had just bought, these new exciting things. And it also fits so well because we're still in the end of Pride Month.
Yay, Pride!
Yeah.
Oh, and for anybody who is interested in volunteering for that, the website is just www.tbpl.ca/YAC, so YAC. And the new volunteer form, like sign up, is already out. So if you sign up, it'll shoot us an email and we will let you know when you're in. Yeah. So let's get started then. I'm first this week and I'm doing the pink ones.
Yes.
Okay. This first one is All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. Like the cover. Okay.
This was especially suggested by the teens, but also by a member of our staff who was like, you need to buy this book.
Oh, okay.
So double rec.
Okay. When Andrew stumbles upon Jamie's house, he's injured, starved, and has nothing left to lose. A deadly pathogen has killed off most of the world's population, including everyone both boys have ever loved. And if this new world has taught them anything, it's to be scared of what it's to be scared of what other desperate people will do. So why does it seem so easy for them to trust each other? After danger breaches their shelter, they flee south in search of civilization. But something isn't adding up about Andrew's story, and it could cost them everything. And Jamie has a secret too. He's starting to feel something more than friendship for Andrew. Who'd have thought? Adding another layer of fear and confusion to an already tumultuous journey. The road ahead of them is long, and to survive, they'll have to shed their secrets, face the consequences of their actions, and find the courage to fight for the future they desire together. Only one thing feels certain: all that's left in their world is the undeniable pull they have toward each other. Very cute.
Wow. Sounds great.
Yeah.
I love an apocalypse.
Don't we all? Dystopias.
Dystopias. So I've certainly read versions of this story with a straight romance. Let's mix it up. I like this very much.
Also kind of, current.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see. Maybe we'll have to have an episode about that, about how lit has been influenced by the big vid.
Yeah. Yes, perhaps. That's probably a good idea. I just read another, well, I guess it would be a dystopian because the apocalypse had already happened.
Mm.
That's very queer focused. And yeah, even though I've read so many, there's always something new.
Mm-hmm. There is.
Oh, I guess I should get ready because the next one's
Yeah, it's your
mine.
turn.
Okay, my turn. Okay, my turn is this book is called Nate Plus One. It's by Kevin Van Wy. Oh, and this is by the author of Date Me Bryson Keller, which is a
Oh,
book I'm pretty sure I've wrecked before
I think
on
so.
this podcast. Okay, two boys, two bands, two worlds colliding. Nate Hargraves, stage shy singer-songwriter, is totally stoked for his cousin's wedding in South Africa, an all expenses paid trip of a lifetime, until he finds out his sleazeball ex-boyfriend is also on the guest list. Jai Patel, hot as hell high school rock god, has troubles too. His band's lead singer has quit just weeks before the gig that was meant to be their big break. When Nate saves the day by agreeing to sing with Jai's band, Jai volunteers to be Nate's plus one to the wedding, and the stage is set for a summer of music, self-discovery, and simmering romantic tension. What could possibly go wrong?
Who knows? I love that
Who
he said high
knows?
school rock and roll. God.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
In this world, yes, this is a
I
utopia.
guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that sounds really cute.
It does. Bryson Keller was really, really sweet. So I would expect the romance in this one to be similarly precious and adorable.
Mhm. This next
Yeah,
one looks incredibly cool.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I've already used it for the book bags that I do monthly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because someone was like, I want LGBTQ plus and then robots, and I was like, do I have the book for you?
Yep. Here
Yeah.
you go.
So this is Gear Breakers by Zoe Hannah Makuta. Uh, we went past praying to deities and started to build them instead. What a tagline.
Hmm.
The shadow of Godelia's tyrannical rule is spreading, aided by their giant mechanized weapons known as wind-ups. War and oppression are everyday constants for the people of the Badlands, who lived under the thumb of their cruel Godelia overlords. Eris is a gearbreaker, a brash young rebel who specializes in taking down windups from the inside. When one of her missions goes awry and she finds herself in a Godalia prison, Eris meets Sona, a cybernetically enhanced windup pilot.
Ah.
Cool. At first, Eris sees Sona as her mortal enemy, but Sona has a secret. It might be, no, I think it's Sona. I was going to say Sonya, but there's no why. So Sona has a secret. She has intentionally infiltrated the wind-up program to destroy Godalia from within. As the clock ticks down
Nice.
to their deadliest mission yet, a direct attack to end Godalia's reign once and for all, Eris and Sona grow closer as comrades, friends, and perhaps something more.
Perhaps.
That sounds so good. Like if you like if you liked Pacific Rim,
Yes.
the fanfic for Pacific Rim is incredible too.
Yes. Yes, it is. This also, like, not the story at all, but the like robots and the gay, reminds me of what was that one that was a really Iron Widow?
Oh,
That
I
was a
thought
really it was a really big title like just this year. And I think
yeah, yeah.
it's another one that's similar to like something where it's like a like men and women have to like pilot the giant robots together, but then the women always die. And then this, yeah, I know. And then so then this other girl's she's gonna come in and change the system.
Wow.
Anyway, if you liked Iron Widow, because I feel like that's one that I've seen buzzed about online, this seems like one that might work for you as well.
Yeah.
I hope
Recommendation
I
upon
I know.
recommendation.
I hope that is the name of the book I'm thinking of, and I'm not just like
I
randomly
think you're
making
right. Is
something up.
that the one where it's like the
I think so.
lady and she's like turned like this and you're seeing her from the
Yes.
yeah, I think that's Iron Widow.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds very interesting, exciting. Pretty sure it's a series, that one, right?
Ooh, I
Gearbreakers?
think so. I
I
think
think so.
so.
Okay. Next one, we're back to regular high school.
Yeah.
Blaine for the Win by Robbie Couch. This, I was reading this premise, and I was like, it sounds like the opening of Legally Blonde.
Oh, okay.
After being dumped so his boyfriend could pursue more serious guys,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, a teen boy decides to prove he can be serious too by running for senior class president.
Love it.
Right? High school junior Blaine Bowers has it all: the perfect boyfriend, a pretty sweet gig as a muralist for local Windy City businesses, a loving family, and awesome talented friends. And he is absolutely 100% positive that the aforementioned perfect boyfriend, senior student council president, and Mr. Popular of Wicker West High School, Joey, is going to invite Blaine to spend spring break with his family in beautiful, sunny Cabo San Lucas. Except Joey breaks up with him instead, in public, on their 1 year anniversary.
Wow.
Rude. Because, according to Joey, Blaine is too goofy, too flighty, too unserious,
He's too
too much of a
blonde.
Marilyn and not a Jackie.
There we go. He's too blonde.
Yeah. And if Joey wants to go far in life, he needs to start dating more serious guys. Guys like Zach Chesterton.
What a name.
Determined, right? Determined to prove that Blaine can be what Joey wants. Blaine decides to enter the running to become his successor and beat out Joey's new boyfriend, Zach, as senior student council president. But is he willing to sacrifice everything he loves about himself to do it?
I hope not.
I hope not.
Yeah, be legally
But
blonde, please.
yeah, where it's about like self-discovery and valuing,
Sticking it to the man.
recognizing that there's different ways to be smart and there's different ways to be a leader.
Yeah.
What a good, inspiring movie that is.
Yeah, absolutely. And Marilyn Monroe was hugely successful. So nothing wrong with being compared to her either.
No,
Dang.
it's true. Yes,
Mhm.
that Marilyn Jackie, that was a Legally Blonde quote. Not that's not actually in the description of the book. Just to be clear, that was from Legally Blonde
I thought it
breakup
was. I
scene.
thought it was like, I thought you were saying that they literally quoted.
No, that was just me.
Oh, good for
That
you.
was
You
just me
slid that
putting
in
it
there
in.
perfectly.
Yeah, that was just me putting that in.
Ah,
Yes. Anyway,
um,
sounds good. And it's not even like I'm not totally clear from that description how much it's even focused on the romance, right?
yeah,
It seems like it's maybe more a little bit coming of age for that main character.
yeah, not about it. Yeah, yeah, that
There
sounds
probably still is some romance, but
just a touch of it, maybe. This next one, though, has a kind of cool cover. So this is Hope Punk by Preston Norton. Growing up in a conservative Christian household isn't easy for rock-obsessed Hope Cassidy. What a name. She has spent her whole life being told that the devil speaks through Led Zeppelin, but it's even worse for her sister Faith, who feels like she can't be honest about dating the record shop cashier Mavis. That is until their youngest sister hears word of their sinful utopia and outs Faith to their parents. Now there's no way for Faith. Nope. Now there's nowhere for Faith to go but the change through Grace Conversion Center or running away. Following Faith's disappearance, their family is suddenly broken. Hope feels the need to rebel. She gets a tattoo and tries singing through the hurt with her Janis Joplin-style voice. But when her longtime crush Danny comes out and is subsequently kicked out of his house, Hope can't stand by and let history repeat itself. Now living in Faith's bedroom, Danny and Hope strike up a friendship and a band, and their music might just be the answer to dethroning alt-right, Danny's twin brother's new hate-fueled band. There is so much happening here.
there's a lot going on.
Wow.
There's a sibling who's running away rather than attend conversion therapy,
Yeah,
right? There's outings, there's a record shop, more than one band,
yeah.
alt-right.
There's a lot of serious issues put into this book.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
And this seems like another one that is not necessarily, well, it sounds like it's pretty overtly not romance focused. It's
Mm-hmm.
more just like different pieces of life.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
it does, and it sounds very real world in a yeah. It sounds very real world.
All right. I have noticed yet another theme, actually,
Okay.
of music and musicians.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. because
Huh.
that Nate plus one, that was a musician thing. And then Hope Punk is a musician thing. And then this one is also a musician thing. So basically, yeah, multiple themes happening in this list.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Our next one is called Can't Take That Away. It's by Stephen Salvatore, a debut novel about a genderqueer teen who finds the courage to stand up and speak out for equality when they are discriminated against by their high school administration. Carrie Parker dreams of being a diva and bringing the house down with song. But despite their talent, emotional scars from an incident with a homophobic classmate and their grandmother's spiraling dementia make it harder and harder for Carrie to find their voice. Then Carrie meets Chris, a singer-guitarist who makes Carrie feel seen for the first time in their life. With the rush of a promising new romantic relationship, Carrie finds the confidence to audition for the role of Elphaba. Elphaba?
Ooh, Alphaba.
Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, in the school musical, setting off a chain reaction of prejudice by Carrie's tormentor and others in the school. It's up to Carrie, Chris, and their friends to defend their rights, and they refuse to be silenced. Told in alternating chapters with identifying pronouns, debut author Stephen Salvatore's Can't Take That Away is both a romance and an affirmation of self-identity.
I love that. I remember we had a request a while ago for books with non-binary characters, and I'm pretty sure the main character of this one identifies as non-binary, if that's important for people to read about.
Yeah, genderqueer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we love it.
sounds very good.
They all do.
I
That's
know.
such an interesting, like, I just love that there's more and more rock and roll. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Um, so this next one is The Ivory Key, which is a duology by Akshaya Raman. Vera is desperate to get out of her mother's shadow and establish her legacy as a revered queen of Ashoka. But with the country's only quarry, isn't Ashoka the name of a character in Star Wars?
Yes. Is it
Hmm.
spelled the same?
I feel like it is. I don't know. I'll let you Google that while I keep going. But with the
Oh,
country's,
it's not. It's in the one in Star Wars is AHS. Okay, something like that.
oh, okay, Ahsoka,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think so.
Okay, well,
Which
interesting.
still very close.
Very similar. Okay.
Yes.
But with the country's only quarry running out of magic, a precious resource that has kept Ashoka safe from conflict, she can barely protect her citizens from the looming threat of war. And if her enemies discover this, they'll stop at nothing to seize the last of the magic. Vera's only hope is to find a mysterious object of legend, the Ivory Key, rumored to unlock a new source of magic. But in order to infiltrate enemy territory and retrieve it, she must reunite with her siblings, torn apart by the different paths their lives have taken. Each of them has something to gain from finding the Ivory Key and even more to lose if they fail. Ronak plans to sell it to the highest bidder in exchange for escape from his impending political marriage. Caleb, falsely accused of assassinating the former Maharani, needs to clear his name. And Ria, a runaway who's cut all times, all I can't speak, who cuts all family ties, wants the key to prove her loyalty to the rebels who want to strip the nobility of its power. They must work together to survive the treacherous journey, but with each sibling harboring secrets and their own agendas. The very thing that brought them together could tear their family apart and their world for good.
Yeah, that's a lot of different
Mhm.
agendas.
Yeah. And a
Yeah,
lot of this is another one where it's not super specific where the representation's coming from.
that's true. But it's in there.
Yep, we know it is.
And it's kind of nice. This is also a diverse pick in terms of it's an Indian inspired story, that like the mythology and the background of the country. So a little bit different, not your not your like typical European
Fantasy.
historical inspired fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
Mhm. Mhm. All right, our next one again is a second one of a similar theme.
Yep.
Okay, so this next one is called At the End of Everything. It's by Marieke Nijkamp. The Hope Juvenile Treatment Center is ironically named. No one has hope for the delinquent teenagers who have been exiled there. The world barely acknowledges that they exist. Then the guards at Hope start acting strange, and one day they don't show up. But when the teens band together to make a break from the facility, they encounter soldiers. Not
Oh.
good.
Mm-mm.
Not good. Oh my goodness. And I just jumped too far. Okay, here we go. They encounter soldiers outside the gates. There's a rapidly spreading infectious disease outside, and no one can leave their houses or travel without a permit, which means they're stuck at Hope. And this time, no one is watching out for them at all. As supplies quickly dwindle and a deadly plague tears through their ranks, the group has to decide whom among them they can trust and figure out how they can survive in a world that has never wanted them in the first place.
Wow. Another dystopian with
End of the world.
what are those kind of facilities called? I can't remember.
Well, this one, juvenile detention center.
Oh, I was thinking this was like specifically a conversion therapy, but
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't
no,
think this one is. I think
I was
it's just a
just,
general juvenile treatment center.
yeah, okay. That sounds
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Now,
another trapped in a small location.
I know it is. It's another trapped in a small location. How do we survive?
Hmm.
Um, it reminds me of Surrender Your Sons, which is I think one I read before that is set at a conversion therapy
Okay.
place where things are falling apart. Um, it just reminds me of so many things,
Hmm.
not in a bad way,
And another
but
plague one.
yeah, yes, lots of different pieces. Sounds good. This author um, I believe this author is, I think they're non-binary, and I think they're also a disabled author. Like I'm sure that like you can trust that this author is going to have a lot of like intersectional, different diversity threaded within this story, I'm sure.
That's awesome.
Sounds good.
It does. I don't think we have time for the last one. We
Oh my
started,
goodness.
yeah, we started recording at 4:30, so, or 3:30, so we are well over
Okay,
our time limit. But I
we
will just
are
throw out that we have the last one maybe we should save it.
just
Yeah. Okay, then I'll wrap us up then.
wrap us up then.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching us again. We hope you enjoyed the selection we had for you. Reminder, if you did want to join or you knew a teen who needed volunteer hours, you can just head to our website and then at the very end /YAC. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we will see you all again in 2 weeks. Happy Pride!
Yeah, goodbye.